Topic is the DNN Con. DNN-Connect is also has also announced an upcoming meeting, and then we're going to talk a little bit about um, the community aspect of DNN, the website. I'll explain that in a moment. But let's talk about DNN Con. DNNcon.com. You can learn all about it. It is coming up in November 7th and 8th, down in West Palm Beach. Last year was the first year for that venue, that location, and for several years now, there have been conventions where DNN enthusiasts, whether they're developers, programmers, website owners, users of the software, etc., have come together and learned from one another. This one is no different. And November, of course, it's still kind of nice outside in the north side of the country. I keep telling them you guys need to be in February, and then all us snowbirds would be down there. But November is fine too, and they'll be showing it in. They'll be there in November. The next big conference type of a thing is being held by the DNN-Connect folks. DNN-Connect, an organization that was founded to basically promote and secure the DNN open source platform, has had a conference last year in Italy, I believe it was, in May of 2014. The next one now has been announced in 2015. That date there, July 15th, is the date they announced it. Sorry about that. It might be confusing if you're just looking at the screen and not listening to me. Their conference is May 29th and 30th of 2015. So they'll be there. It's in France. If you've always wanted a vacation in the French countryside and make part of that vacation a business expense, so you can go there and the rest of it with the family or loved ones and see the French countryside. I believe this is the largest, tallest suspension bridge in the world that's in the area that it's being held. Go to DNN-Connect.org and read all about it. It's all going on there. We had Chicago DNN had considered having a conference similar and on the scale of the DNN Con, similar to the DNN Worlds, similar to what we did a couple of years back when we had what was called the Day of DNN. What has seemed to happen over the years since we had our DNN Connect, DNN Day of DNN, was that each year another group jumped in and had a large meeting. And we were thinking of, let's get on the calendar as early as possible and also have a large meeting. And then we thought a little bit further about that and said, there's a whole bunch of people all over the country. I personally would love to go to France and not only meet with these guys, but see the French countryside. And it sounds fantastic. Maybe a little tight in the budget. I have a daughter that's getting married, and we want to make sure that that's up there and done nicely. And so the cash flow is a little shy for having a trip to France this year. So I won't be able to make the trip to France, but I would love to learn more about it. And the more I thought about it, the more that some of us at Chicago DNN talked about it, it seemed like it might be a good idea that we throw it back out to the user groups around the world. So the timing is great. May gives us lots of time to think about it. We want to propose this, the World-wide DNN User Group Day, Saturday, May 30th. This way, all the user groups that are out there will have something, could be simple, could be just, let's have a regular old meeting, but just make sure that it's May 30th. We'll talk with the folks at DNN Connect, see if they can't put something live and streaming of some of their stuff, like an afternoon keynote on Saturday would fit nicely with a morning user group meeting here in the States, where we could actually watch their keynote live as they present it. And then, of course, have other things. We're planning something simple. maybe a couple of tracks, maybe 2 or 3 speakers, not a whole bunch. Definitely pizza involved since we're Chicago style, and have a day on May 30th. So we're going to do that, and we uh, encourage all the user groups out there to go ahead and do likewise on that same day. We'll have the DNN-Connect folks do something live. We, in turn, hopefully will share a little bit of space with the DNN folks, DNN-Connect folks, on their website. And of course, DNN Corporate, who are big sponsors of the DNN Con, are big proponents of user groups. If you go to DNNsoftware.com, there is a section there where you'll see a whole bunch of user groups. Now, some of those user groups are barely active. Some are active. Some, like us, we meet regularly. And I challenge it and I encourage all the user groups to schedule something for May 30th. Put something on your calendar. Have something simple, just a couple of people get together over a pizza and beer and talk DNN, whether it's site owners, administrators, or developers, and have something. We'll keep this idea going over the coming couple of months, few months, as we encourage and reach out directly to some of the folks. I would like to make it worldwide. I'd love to see we do something here. I'd love to see folks in Australia and folks on the East-West coast, all over the country. Here in the US, there are folks that do DNN in China, in India, in South America, in Africa, everywhere. Let's have a full day. That's our challenge to you all.
If you're planning on doing something and you're watching this and you're hearing about it and you're thinking that you're going to do something, please share that on social media. Call us out, do an @Chicago DNN on Twitter, or post it up on Facebook, and let us know that you're doing something. We'll talk about it here every month of what we've heard, of who's going to be doing what, and we'll get help push that message out to the rest of the user community. So if you're interested in doing that, please share that with us. We'd love to hear from you, and do it through social media, or send me an email, or send up a smoke signal, a pigeon, whatever works for you.
Send an owl.
Send an owl. We would love to hear from any other user groups that are out there that are planning to do something. Let's make this something special, and let's make it worldwide, and let's have all the communities out there do something cool. Again, it doesn't have to be big. It could be something small, or it could be something big. If you want to do something big, whatever you want to do, just get out and participate in the DNN Worldwide User Group Day, Saturday, May 30th next year.
Yes, in fact, like to that point, if you have just a couple people, you're enthusiastic about DNN, but you think, gosh, there's only a couple of us, consider a road trip. Hop in the car and come up and see us if you're in the greater Midwest, I guess. We've got folks that we know over in Rockford that'll come to Chicago, see us. Some folks down in Champaign. There's a great couple of guys down in Champaign that we invite to come on up. Of course, if you guys want to have your own user group meeting, that's great. We'll do some coordinating and share how we're what we're doing, etc. And then let's post some of the results of those days and get the user group community involved that day. It's the gauntlet has been placed. The challenge is out there. Let's give it a try. So we look forward to talking with you further.